If you're a clinic director navigating the incredibly fast-paced, well, competitive world of London healthcare, you know better than anyone that every single minute counts.
Absolutely.
And perhaps even more importantly, every marketing pound. It's not just about managing your incredible staff or, ensuring CQC compliance.
Important, but not the whole picture.
Exactly. At the end of the day, it's fundamentally about keeping that waiting room full with the right kind of patients.
Mm.
That's where Google Ads often enters the picture. But here's the, let's say, game-changing truth for 2025.
Yeah.
Simply running ads isn't enough anymore. The landscape has fundamentally shifted.
It really has.
We're talking significant economic pressures, much stricter ad policies, and increasingly sophisticated AI-powered targeting. It makes it a whole new ballgame.
Definitely.
It's no longer about just being visible. It's about being precisely visible.
And that's precisely the mission for this deep dive.
Hmm.
Our goal is to show you how the smartest clinics in London are, well, cutting through the noise, making sure they only spend their precious budget on the patients who truly matter.
Right.
We're going to explore how to refine your ad strategy, sidestep those expensive, frustrating mistakes, and build a high-performing patient funnel using really intelligent audience targeting and exclusion techniques. Now, before we dive into the how, let's address the critical why behind Google's approach to healthcare ads. This isn't just about navigating rules, you see.
Okay.
It's about understanding Google's deep commitment to patient safety and ethical promotion in, well, a sensitive sector.
Mm-hmm.
The true insight here is that compliance isn't just a hurdle. It's really the foundation for building trust and long-term success.
Ah, I see. So understanding the why.
Exactly. Knowing why these policies exist helps you build a fundamentally more robust and, frankly, ethical ad strategy from the ground up.
Right.
As of 2025, for instance, you absolutely cannot promote specific treatments like Botox or prescription-only procedures directly in your ad text.
Okay, that's key.
Yeah, and you're also largely restricted from retargeting users for most health-related services. So no chasing people around the web with ads after they visited your site.
Right. Retargeting is mostly out.
Mostly. And ads must always include disclaimers like results may vary, and rigorously avoid any exaggerated claims.
Standard stuff, but crucial.
Crucial, and perhaps most critically, handling first-party audience data needs extreme care due to privacy issues, especially with UK GDPR.
That's a crucial point. Being careless here can have serious consequences.
Oh, definitely.
Disapproved ads, a completely wasted budget, or even worse, a Google account suspension.
Which is the last thing you want.
So if you're ever unsure, we strongly recommend you review Google's healthcare and medicines policy yourself, or maybe speak with an ad specialist who is deeply familiar with both NHS and UK compliance standards.
Please do.
It's not just a suggestion, it's really a necessity.
Wow.
Okay, with those crucial policy considerations firmly in mind, let's pivot to the heart of the matter. How do we actually go about finding those, needle in a haystack patients in a city as competitive as London?
Good question.
Imagine you're running a private dermatology clinic in South London. Someone Googles skin specialist.
Okay.
On the surface, that sounds like a perfect match, right? You absolutely want to show up for that.
Seems ideal.
But here's the catch. That search could be coming from a student doing homework on acne, maybe a retiree checking if a mole is serious enough for the NHS.
Right. Very different needs.
Or it could be your ideal client, a professional in her 40s specifically searching for a private mole check Croydon. How do we distinguish between these very different searchers?
That's where audience targeting steps in. It's the solution to focus squarely on that third person, your ideal client.
Okay.
At its core, it's about identifying who is most likely to actually convert into a paying patient, distinguishing them from someone who's just browsing and shouldn't cost you a penny. It's about leveraging Google's powerful AI to spot that crucial difference.
So, teaching Google.
Think of it as teaching Google to become your most discerning patient scout.
Patient scout. I love that. So if I'm a busy clinic director, how big of a shift is this from just thinking about keywords? Are we truly moving away from keyword obsession, or is this an evolution where the AI just sort of makes it easier?
More than just easier.
Because the good news for 2025 is that tools like Performance Max and smart bidding strategies allow clinics to effectively train Google's algorithms to favor their very best patient types. This isn't just about automation, is it?
No, it's a paradigm shift, really. You're no longer just bidding on keywords. You're training Google's most powerful AI to become your dedicated patient scout.
Right. training the AI scout.
Exactly. This isn't just automation. It's a new era where your data teaches Google exactly who your ideal patient is. It frees you from constant micromanagement so you can focus on what you do best, running your clinic.
That sounds promising.
The system learns and optimizes for you if you give it the right signals. It moves beyond simple keyword matching to understanding true intent and, crucially, the likelihood to convert.
Okay, let's unpack this with some powerful, actionable strategies. Our first strategy is all about targeting for return on investment. Target based on life stage and affordability. Expert in private healthcare, not every click is created equal, right?
Absolutely not.
So how do we ensure we're attracting those high-value patients who are genuinely ready to invest in private care?
Precisely. Focusing on factors like income level, age bracket, and even specific locations can really help filter out those low-intent searches that simply drain your budget.
Okay, give me an example.
Sure. If you offer, say, menopause consultations,
Uh,
you'd want to target women aged maybe 45 to 60, living in London zone 1 to 3,
right.
with household incomes in perhaps the top 20%.
Very specific.
The tactic here is to use Google Ads' detailed demographics. This lets you really hone in on those higher income brackets or specific parental statuses, like new parents who might be searching for pediatric services.
So you can get quite granular.
You really can. It's about being incredibly specific with your targeting.
So once we know who we want to reach, the next crucial step, it seems, in filling that waiting room with the right patients is just as important. Knowing who to avoid.
Yes, absolutely.
This isn't just about saving money. It's about proactively shaping your patient funnel, making sure every ad impression is an investment, not, a gamble.
Well put.
Our second strategy is to use exclusions to save budget. What are some of the common money sinks clinics fall into here?
Oh, it's a huge one. Sometimes it's all about who you don't want to see your ads.
Like who?
Well, you can exclude people outside your specific catchment area, users who have already converted on your website. They're already patients or leads.
Don't need to advertise to them again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or even specific devices or times of day if your data shows they don't convert. A really concrete example.
Yeah.
Excluding users who visited your careers page.
Ah, yes, the job seekers.
You absolutely don't want to waste your ad budget on job seekers when you're looking for patients.
Mhm.
I recall one clinic we worked with. Before implementing exclusions, they were literally paying for their competitors' job applicants to see their ads after visiting their careers page.
Wow, that's bad.
Talk about a wake-up call for budget waste. The tactic for exclusions involves using data from your Google Analytics 4 or even CRM-based exclusion lists.
Okay.
That really helps refine your ad reach and avoid any expensive overlap across your campaigns.
That makes perfect sense. Now, for our third strategy, we're talking about how to layer interest plus search intent. This sounds interesting. It's where things get super powerful because it's not just about what people are searching for,
Right.
but who they are and what they care about. How does combining audience traits with specific search queries create a more qualified lead?
This is truly a goldmine, used correctly. Audience traits, like someone being in market for healthcare insurance or genuinely interested in wellness,
Okay.
become incredibly potent when you combine them with specific, intent-driven search queries.
Can you give an example?
Sure. Think about targeting adults aged maybe 30 to 55 who are actively searching for private GP and who have recently browsed health and wellness content online.
Ah, so layering the search with the interest.
Exactly. The tactic here is to combine your traditional keyword targeting with those in-market audiences directly inside, say,
Mhm.
Performance Max campaigns.
Okay.
This helps Google's AI filter for much higher intent, ensuring your ads are shown to people who are not just vaguely interested in the topic, but are actively looking for a service they're ready to pay for.
That sounds much more efficient.
It is.
Speaking of common pitfalls that can literally, set your budget on fire, here's one we see clinic directors make all the time that completely undermines even the smartest targeting.
I think I know where you're going.
Driving ad traffic to the wrong place. Our fourth strategy, create a dedicated landing page for each campaign or service. It's like sending someone to a sprawling library when they've asked for one specific book.
Exactly. It's vital because patients want relevance and they want it fast.
Mm-hmm.
A generic homepage is basically a conversion graveyard for ad traffic.
Right. So what makes a landing page truly effective then?
An effective landing page needs a strong headline, a really clear call to action like book now or call us, service-specific benefits,
Mm-hmm.
clinic location, practitioner credentials, and it must be mobile optimized and fast loading. That's critical.
Got it. Example.
If your ad promotes private vasectomy London, the landing page must be specifically for that service, not just a generic urology page.
Makes sense. You need that direct match.
You do. We've even seen internal tools that score landing pages based on their design, speed, clarity, and specific healthcare conversion benchmarks. It's often the fastest way to identify where your page might actually be costing you potential patients.
That's a huge insight. And for our fifth powerful strategy, it's all about diligent maintenance. Review the search terms report and add negatives weekly.
The ongoing work.
Yeah. Even with all your smart targeting, irrelevant or misleading searches can still trigger your ads, right? Especially if you're using broader match keywords.
Absolutely. Broad match can pull in some strange stuff sometimes.
So the search terms report is your secret weapon. It helps you add negative keywords to block traffic from unrelated queries. And even discover new high-intent, long-tail keywords you hadn't thought to target.
True. It works both ways.
For example, if you're advertising pediatric cardiologist London, you absolutely don't want to show up for free NHS children's heart check. That's just direct budget waste.
Total waste.
But given the intense time constraints clinic directors face, how realistic is weekly review? Are there tools or strategies to automate parts of this or make it less of a burden without losing that critical insight?
That's an excellent question because efficiency is key. Look, while weekly review is ideal, the goal is consistent refinement.
Okay.
There are custom tools, like a search query storing tool, that can automatically scan and grade your incoming search terms for relevance.
Ah, okay. Automation helps.
It helps you rapidly identify poor matches and cut ad waste before it even starts to add up significantly. It's about leveraging technology to maintain precision without adding a huge manual burden. Now, even the best targeting strategies won't work optimally without a strong technical foundation supporting them.
Right. The back-end stuff.
Exactly. Let's talk about some crucial technical enhancements for maximum ROI. First, there's SEO plus SSIM synergy. Meaning your landing page content should exactly match your ad copy, not just for Google's quality score, which is important,
Very important.
but also to build user trust. This includes clear calls to action, prominent phone number buttons, fast load times, and concise SEO meta descriptions.
So everything needs to align.
Yes, the coherence between your ad and your landing page directly impacts both your ad costs and your conversion rates.
And then there's schema markup. For those unfamiliar, how does using structured data like medical clinic schema enhance your search listings and ultimately help clinic directors attract more patients? What's the practical benefit here?
The practical benefit is significant. Schema markup essentially helps Google understand your clinic services in a highly structured way, like giving Google a map.
Okay, a map of the clinic's offerings.
Precisely. By doing so, Google can display richer search results directly in search, sometimes even before users consciously click your ad.
Oh, interesting. Like what?
This can include your clinic's opening hours, direct booking links, or specific services listed right there. It increases your visibility and click-through rates. It's about providing Google with a precise blueprint of your business.
Got it. And critically.
Critically, CRM and conversion tracking. This means connecting your ad platform directly to your clinic's CRM system, whether it's Clinico, Pabo, or Sumble, or whatever you use.
Why is that connection so vital?
The goal here is to track actual bookings, not just form submissions or clicks. This is vital because it teaches Google's algorithm what success truly looks like for your specific clinic, a booked appointment.
So defining success properly for the AI.
Exactly. That enables it to optimize for real patient conversions, not just clicks or basic leads. If Google doesn't know what a true patient looks like, how can it find more of them?
Good point. And finally, leveraging GA4 audiences. Google Analytics 4 allows you to build custom audiences based on specific site activity. So how can a clinic director use GA4 to super refine their targeting, maybe even excluding people who just stumbled onto their site?
That's exactly it. You can build custom audiences based on specific site activity, like users who spent more than, say, 60 seconds on a key service page.
Okay.
Or perhaps even more powerfully, exclude users who bounced quickly or only visited your blog.
Right, filter out the less engaged.
Precisely. This refines your ad funnel to focus on truly engaged prospects, ensuring you're spending your ad budget on those who have demonstrated genuine interest and intent.
All right, let's address some common questions that clinic directors often have based on what we hear regularly. First up, can an aesthetic clinic use keywords like Botox in their Google Ads campaigns? Many want to, but what's the strict policy?
Yeah, that's a frequent one. Unfortunately, no. Google strictly prohibits the direct promotion of prescription-only medicines like Botox. in ad text.
So what should they do instead?
Your focus should be on broader, compliant terms like facial aesthetics, maybe wrinkle treatment consultation, or terms that describe the service's outcome, rather than the specific product name.
Okay,
It's a fine line, but one Google enforces very carefully.
good to know. What about Performance Max? We touched on it earlier, but is it generally a good option for clinics, or are there, hidden complexities?
Performance Max can be incredibly powerful for clinics, especially when you feed it strong audience signals and good conversion data.
Right.
It leverages Google's AI to find your best patients across all Google channels, search, display, YouTube, etc. However, there's always a however. You do lose some granular control compared to traditional campaign types. So it's absolutely crucial that your conversion tracking is airtight.
Airtight tracking, got it.
Without precise data, Google's AI won't know what success looks like for your specific clinic, and it can optimize inefficiently, spending budget in the wrong places.
Okay. And on the topic of audience data, can clinics retarget people who visited their site, maybe with a special offer? Is that allowed under Google's policies?
For most health-related services, direct retargeting of specific site visitors is generally not allowed.
Why not?
It's due to Google's healthcare ad policies around sensitive health information and privacy.
Okay, so no direct retargeting for health stuff.
Largely, no. However, you can build similar audiences using lookalike traits from your engaged users, people who converted, for example.
Lookalikes.
Exactly. This is a compliant way to reach new potential patients who share characteristics with your existing valuable website visitors or customers. It effectively expands your reach without violating privacy rules.
That's a useful workaround. Finally, a question on everyone's mind. What's an average cost per lead, or CPL, for London's private healthcare sector right now? Ballpark.
In London, the cost per lead, or CPL, typically averages anywhere between, let's say, £7 and £75.
Wow, that's a massive range.
It is a wide range, and it truly depends on several factors.
Hmm.
The specific service type you're offering, some are much more competitive than others.
Right.
The level of competition in that particular niche, obviously, and, of course, how effectively you're implementing the targeting and exclusion strategies we've discussed today.
So precision really pays off.
Absolutely. Precision significantly impacts that CPL.
So to summarize the core takeaway from this deep dive, in today's dynamic digital landscape, just showing your ad to everyone is simply no longer efficient or, frankly, affordable.
Not at all.
It's all about precision.
Exactly. The smartest clinics in London are embracing these intelligent audience targeting and exclusion strategies. It's not just to cut waste, although that's a big part of it, but to dramatically improve the quality of their leads, ensuring every inquiry is from a potential patient who truly matters.
Better quality leads.
Which leads to better conversion rates and ROI. It's how they're building a reputation for trusted, timely private care and really thriving in a competitive market like London.
Makes sense. So here's a final thought for you listening. Beyond the specific ad strategies we've discussed today, what aspect of your clinic's overall digital presence might you be overlooking that could be costing you potential patients? Something to mull over until our next deep dive.